I want to talk about something serious for a moment. I've been on YouTube for about 2 years now, and since I started, I've noticed a trend in the YouTube comments of my own videos. Quite frankly, people have been talking about my body, talking about the way I look, objectifying me. Those biceps though, those f***ing pecs though. Sorry, what? I was distracted by Matt's biceps. Essentially treating me like a piece of meat. And I wanted to take this opportunity right here to say thank you. Honestly, it has blown me away. The response is incredible. I've never felt better about myself. I've never had somebody in my entire life just completely ignore what I'm saying to focus on my body, and it feels great. I was gonna say I'm only joking about that first bit, but it actually does make me feel good. So thank you again. I did want to actually give you some genuine advice today based upon comments that I've been getting and questions I've been getting on YouTube. And to help illustrate my point, I'm gonna go for a hike right now, and then we'll continue the video from there. So let's go. I'm going right now. So when I first moved to LA, I would go on these hikes all the time, but I haven't done it. I mean, I do it maybe once or twice a month, every Saturday, and I usually get out of the house and do a little bit of hiking, so this is gonna be rough. Oh, fuck. This is like the cold showers. You freak out in the beginning, and then you just give yourself some time to breathe, and you're fine. I'm gonna eventually get to the point of this video, but first, I gotta go a little higher. Sometimes the simplest advice is right in front of you. While you might not know where you're going, you might not know where you are right now, if you put one foot in front of the other, you can make progress. Whether you're climbing ladders, mountaintops, or your own self-doubt, you need to understand that you're on a journey. And on that journey, you have to do a trust fall with yourself, with no one there to catch you. Because if you don't catch yourself, Jesus will. I'm only kidding. Even for me, the mountaintop journey metaphor is a little bit cliche. But the one thing that I did want to talk about is a lot of people have been asking me very specific questions in the YouTube comments. So like, what are my chest workouts? What are my bicep workouts? Really specific, concrete details. And I think a lot of times we get caught up in the specifics, in like the nitty-gritty details before we do the very basic stuff. And the most important thing you could ever do, whether it's fitness or you're trying to start a business, is just to be consistent and just do it every day. The small things you do every day are way more important than the things that you do every once in a while. So right now I'm gonna do one of those cool vlogger transitions that all the cool kids are doing, and then I'll meet you back at the house. Wah-bah! Oh, it didn't work. Ready? Wah-bah! So it's often not a lack of information that prevents people from getting started. That's simply just an excuse. How easy is it to write a YouTube comment asking for somebody to give them the right advice or the right formula for success? It's a little bit more difficult to go out for yourself and find the answers. It's a little bit more difficult even to get off your ass and actually go to the gym for the first time. And it's even more difficult to build up a consistent habit 5 days a week. So why don't people do it? I think the biggest thing that I've learned, at least for me personally, but I know this is true of many people, that you have to focus on your interests. You have to find workout routines and exercises that you actually enjoy to do and commit for them for long enough to find the joy in them. So for me right now, hiking, it's not something I like to do. Now, there are things that I can find that I enjoy in it, and eventually I would like to build up to maybe going 2 to 3 days a week to get a little bit more cardio into my workouts. But you don't have to force me to go to the gym 5 days a week because I really like it. I really like my time there. It's almost like a meditation to be by myself, to work out, to throw weights around like a monkey. It's something that I like. But you might not like lifting. You might like swimming, Pilates, yoga. There are hundreds of different workouts that you might enjoy more. And I think it's better to focus on those things. And again, it's the small things you do every day. So commit to 30 minutes a day. Everybody who is watching this video likely has 30 minutes to spend every day on their well-being, but they're making excuses that are getting in the way. And the great thing about building one habit a day is that it can have a compound effect on the rest of your well-being. If it's the right one, it can be what Charles Duhigg of The Power of Habit calls a keystone habit. It can have a ripple domino effect across your life. And that's something that I found for myself. Up until I was about 21 years old, I was a pretty scrawny kid. I struggled to build weight and strength. But once I was able to build up a consistent habit every day, 30 minutes, going to the gym 5 days a week, I was able to then see other changes in my life. I started drinking more water. I started to sleep a little bit more. I started to feel healthier and better, so I was more incentivized and inspired to eat healthy foods. If you can just build one habit a day, just 30 minutes a day, I think you'll be surprised at how much of a change it can have on your life. So my question for you is, do you have 30 minutes? And if you don't, what's your excuse? I want to share with you guys some bloopers from this video that I really enjoy looking back at. But first, I want to talk about how you can support this YouTube channel and get access to some pretty great content at patreon.com/MattDiavella. If you sign up for the exclusive videos tier on Patreon, you'll get instant access to over 20 videos, interviews, and podcast episodes, with new videos coming every month. Like my full 1-hour interview with essentialist author Greg McKeown. Get my monthly AMA podcast where I answer patron questions about creativity and minimalism, and get behind-the-scenes videos on how I make my videos. Plus, it helps me pay the bills and invest back into my videos here on YouTube, all for $12 a month. Thanks for considering. So if your bullshit meter didn't go off during the inspirational montage in the middle of this video, the whole mountaintop metaphor, then shame on you. You need to be better at seeing and reading bullshit. There were so many cliches. There were so many just abstract platitudes that make no sense. If you don't even know where you are right now, if you don't know where you are right now, you should be in a mental institution, period. So I want to show you guys, it was really hard for me to even get through this voiceover. So I wanted to share that with you right now. Here's about 30 seconds of me struggling to read these voiceovers. You might not know where you are right now, but if you put one foot in front, but if you put one, fuck, I can't do this. But if you, okay. You have to do a trust fall with yourself.